respect the elect and the children of God. The Jews have returned, the Israel gods.
$500 and time served.
Stupid anti-pimping laws. Well, pay the man.
Bender, honey, we love you.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
The Trinity. Now as the truth unfolds, you may not understand, but soon you'll know. During Superman's quest for peace, he has to battle evil scum like the KKK. And Barack Obama.
Somebody call my mama and tell her I'm hurt.
It is not your turn. It has been ordained. Melissa is next.
Purify her flesh, cleanse her soul. The giving is here.
I want to live.
Invisible awaits.
Please, God, I want to live. I want to live.
You will, darling. Just beyond that door.
See? Nope. Too late. You motherfuckers always calling on these goddamn demons. And then, as soon as the demons show up, oh, Lord Jesus Christ, help me, Lord Jesus Christ. Too late. Get that motherfucker. Get ass. Bye!
Shut up. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. I hope you niggas don't still think I be play pimping. Shut up.
Cosmic Jungle. The return of the gods and goddesses. The cosmos calls us home. The masters of the universe. The true royalty. The kings and queens who are destined to rule the new world that's coming upon us. Not the new world order, the real world, the spirit world. A world inhabited by angels of God, angelic beings, power and knowledge beyond the average human's understanding. The journey continues.
But first, we gotta take care of some business.
Gary, Indiana, if you're just waking up with us. Firefighters there have been putting out multiple suspicious fires all morning. These fires span miles across the city. Let's get right to CBS 2's Meredith Barrick. She's at 8th Avenue and Tennessee, where one of those fires just reignited.
Suzanne, it did. About 20 minutes ago, we were sitting here in our live truck and we noticed the fire started again in the back of this structure. We called 911. The fire department here putting out that small fire and some of the hot spots that have been smoldering since we've been out here this morning. The fire we saw, though, very small in comparison to what these firefighters were working with overnight. Let's take a look at some of that footage. These fires happening not only here at 8th in Tennessee, but not far from here at 8th in Pennsylvania. This scene and that scene just about a half-mile apart. Then 2.5 miles from here, another scene at 25th and Washington. Then 5 miles east of those 3 locations, 5th and Tompkins. Now, it appears all of the structures impacted were abandoned, several of them burning to the ground as the fire department simply couldn't get to them in time. And because of that, mutual aid from neighboring departments had to be called in. We still have a lot of questions as to how many fires were actually started overnight or how many structures caught fire and whether or not the Gary Fire Department believes all of these fires were connected. Reporting live in Gary, I'm Meredith Barrick, CBS 2 News.
Continue shining while the rest continue sinning. The completion, my universal hustle. Yeshua Pandera, the cosmic jungle.
Greetings, my brilliant and beloved people of YouTube. I keep telling these slow, far behind folks that if you are not tuned into YouTube, then you just don't know what time it is. These dummies are being played by the worst devils in the universe. And because it is clandestinely done behind their backs and above their heads, they cannot see it. In other words, they just cannot disseminate the reasons for the chaos, even though they know the chaos is there.
Hold on to your dookie. It's about to get spooky.
Ooh-wee. My introductions will be long in the motherfucker, don't he? What is up, my gods and goddesses, kings and queens, niggas and niggettes? Much love and respect to all the righteous Jews and Gentiles. And fuck the rest of you. Distractional bullshit. Here we go. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about a whole bunch of spooky stuff. But seriously, which it is spooky to these wicked people, of course, who are in denial about the real world, the spirit realm, the afterlife, life after death. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about talk a little bit about these ancient hieroglyphs, you know, pyramids, things of that nature. Angels, of course, you know, because we talking about the spirit realm here. We moving into the spirit world. This is why we experiencing these so-called dreams more and more. And I'm also gonna play a few clips here and there from a conversation that I had with one of my subscribers. We're gonna be talking about some supernatural stuff, you know, and like I said, these so-called dreams, which is us waking up, finally truly waking up, about to get up out of this physical world, this physical body, like I said. And also I'm gonna talk a little bit about DMT, which is a natural substance within us. Talk about that a little bit later. And to get this shit started, talking about these pyramids and these hieroglyphs and ancient stones and all this shit. It was a number of months ago I ran across this information, and I was going to talk about this shit, but I never did. Oh, wait, I got to get my glasses. Y'all know I can't see. Shut up. All right, check this out, niggas. PLAYA. 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 Didn't I tell you niggas I don't play pimp? Now check this out. Excuse me. Now I know y'all, come on now. Y'all know this ain't no motherfucking coincidence. Told y'all, we don't be making shit up. All this shit is based on us waking up. Now here we got this particular place called PLAYA. And here we are on Wikipedia. Let's talk about this shit. PLAYA. PLAYA was once a large, internally drained basin, whatever, in the Nubian desert, located approximately 800 kilometers south of modern-day Cairo, or about 100 kilometers west of Abu Simbel, whatever, in southern Egypt. 22.51 north, blah, 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 blah. Today, the region is characterized by numerous archaeological sites. The PLAYA archaeological site, one of the earliest of the Egyptian Neolithic period, is dated to circa 7500 BC. Play a lot! You niggas think I be play pimping? Oh, I ain't finished yet. Hold on a minute. Wait, I can't see. Okay, a little bit more information as we get this video started. We get this shit rolling. PLAYA, the world's first astronomical site, was built in Africa and is older than Stonehenge. This 7,000-year-old stone circle tracked the summer solstice and the arrival of the annual monsoon season, is the oldest known astronomical site on Earth. Alrighty then. For thousands of years, ancient societies all around the world erected massive stone circles, aligning them with the sun and stars to mark the seasons. These early calendars foretold the coming of spring, summer, fall, and winter, helping civilizations track when to plant and harvest crops. They also served as ceremonial sites, both for celebration and sacrifice. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. These megaliths, large, prehistoric monuments made of stone, may seem mysterious in our modern era, when many people lack a connection with, or even view of, the stars. Some even hold them up as supernatural or divined by aliens. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. But many ancient societies kept time by tracking which constellations rose at sunset, like reading a giant celestial clock. And others pinpointed the sun's location in the sky on the summer and winter solstice, the longest and shortest days of the year, or the spring and fall equinox. Europe alone holds some 35,000 megaliths, including many astronomically aligned stone circles, as well as tombs or cromlechs, whatever, and other standing stones. These structures were mostly built between 6,500 and 4,500 years ago, that's what they say, largely along the Atlantic and Mediterranean coast. There's a lot of information, of course, if these motherfuckers don't know shit about when it comes to these particular prehistoric stones and monuments, pyramids, shit like that. And of course, there's a lot of information they do know. They're just hiding it from us, like they always do. But a lot of the stuff, they really don't know how long it was, how old the shit is, because most of the shit that they talking about is based on physical reality. And a lot of the things was built when this was at a high vibration. This world was at a high vibration. So a lot of things was created. Us created the shit. You talking about not just hundreds of thousands of years ago, in some cases, you're talking about millions of years ago that we've been here doing certain things, and a lot of the things that was in the spirit world no longer existed here because the vibration lowered to this low vibration. Yeah, there's a lot of things that was built that's still here, and they don't know or ain't telling us, depending on the situation, when certain things was really built, because they keep basing everything based on a 6,000 year history for the most part. They don't want to talk about too much shit before that, you know, because the majority of these wicked motherfuckers, their lifespan, their history is shorter than short compared to ours. They only want people to believe that millions of years ago and all that shit, it was just dinosaurs and shit. Bullshit. But I'm just getting started. I'm finna talk about all kinds of shit. And the first thing I'm gonna do is, like I said, I had a conversation with one of my subscribers. And I'm gonna play some clips from that here and there throughout this video. So let's do that shit. What up, niggas? When I talked to my subscriber, I had to use the phone, the same phone that I use to record videos, you know, the camera that's on the phone. And I can't talk to people on the phone and record video at the same time for some reason. But yeah, so I had to use, when I called my subscriber, I had to use different cameras. I use, as y'all can see, the video that's above me, and the video, I guess, is on my right. I use a couple of raggedy old cameras that I got. And I'm telling y'all that because those cameras ain't shit. Y'all gonna see me shapeshift. And it's because of the cameras, not because I'm a shape-shifting Nephilim demon. Now, you motherfuckers trying to be slick, gonna start accusing us of being the demons. And I threw that shit back in y'all face. And because y'all talking shit trying to be slick, thank you. Y'all inspired me to make the videos shape-shifting the 144,000 and the tribe of the Panther. See? Every time you niggas fuck with me, every time you niggas fuck with us, we come back stronger. Thanks, dummies. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Yes. Because that would explain the dreams that I have about this thing being inside my bed. And that dream kind of hit me hard back there when I was telling you about. It really did, because it kind of freaked me out. I mean, like what in the world? I'm in a bed with some creature. And what's funny is, we was just holding each other like we were husband and wife. And I think that just blew my mind like that. Like, call it female intuition, guys. Got a good feeling that was a message that was telling me that there might be a strong possibility that I might fall in love with somebody, and that person may not be all that human in your future. Like, my dream might be sometimes trying to show me what's going to happen in the future, or trying to show signs what could happen in the future. I might fall in love with somebody that I think might be human, but they're not human. Like, sometimes dreams can tell you messages of what's about to come. Freaks me out a little bit, but if it does come to pass, if it does show up, if it does happen, I just want you to know that I have, just in case if it does happen, if I do fall in love with somebody and they may not be human, I just want you to know straight off the bat, I have no problem of it whatsoever. He can be an alien from another dimension. He can be some kind of creature I've never seen before. He can be whatever. When this matrix finally breaks off, we're going to see people that we thought that were human or something else.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that the majority of the people that we end up dating are they ungodly people anyway. So, you know, they always, this is why they always say opposites attract. You know, and this is obviously why a lot of us end up being single for the majority of our life. We get to the point where we like to be alone. There's so many people that are awake right now, and they will always talk about how they was awake to the truth ever since they was kids. They always knew that they was special. They always knew something was wrong with the world. And people like that is what they call old souls. And now we are waking up. We waking up to who we truly are, and this is why the enemy is freaking out, because we are the true royalty. We are the kings and the queens that's going to rule the kingdom that's coming in the very near future. And this matrix, like you just mentioned, it's about to collapse. We are now moving into the spirit world, the spirit realm, unlimited power, return to the gods and goddesses that we always were. Because this reality is not real. This reality will only continue as long as God's people are here and allow this reality to continue. Because we are literally holding this reality together. And this is why once we wake up, once we finally had enough of this thing, everything is going to collapse. And we see everything in the process of collapsing right now.
Yeah, because look at the sky, though. The skies are really big. They seeing all kinds of weird stuff in the sky, like ships, different colors, and different orbs just flying everywhere across the sky. They don't know what it is. And then it just happens every day.
And Gina Maria Colvin Hill, who got a YouTube channel. She be putting up some great images showing those quote unquote UFOs, spaceships, chariots around the sun. She took a number of great images from an airplane showing these so-called clouds. You can clearly see the structure in those clouds. Even you can see a face in one of those images. I zoomed in, I could actually see somebody up there. But you know, the veil is lifting and we're moving into the spirit world. So these earthly people, or these fleshly people, I should say, these worldly people, they want to hold on to this reality because, like I said so many times, this is all they have. In this reality, this fake reality, they special, but in the real world, in the spirit world, they not special. In this reality, like all of us, we just actors. But we playing the role of the weak while they playing the role of the strong, when in reality, these wicked people, they're the ones that's weak. And we are the ones that's strong. We are the true royalty. And it's time for us to take our rightful place. Come on. Show some balls, nigga. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Just because she knocked you out, I mean, you got to continue to be a punk. Harley, come on. Harley. Oh, boy, I hope he ain't going in that garage. There you go. Stop being a punk. Come on. Don't be scared of her. Come on. Show some balls, nigga, and bring your ass on up. Come on. She ain't gonna mess with you. Come on. Come on. Oh, brother. I'm gonna get rid of you and get a pit bull. How about that? Yeah, boy. Let's talk about Simeon Toko. And by the way, if I misspell any words throughout this video, I don't give a shit. Now, let's do that shit. I told you niggas to read. In case y'all never heard of Simeon Toko, shh, be quiet, kitty cats. I'm about to read y'all a little something. So check this out. Simeon Toko, risen son of man or myth? Simeon Toko, real McCoy mystical avatar, a fictional hyped up character, or merely a brilliant military strategist, propagandist. Okay. Yep, I gotta put my glasses on. All right. Let me read this shit here. African avatars and the third secret of Fatima. Christian churches and colonial governments tried to eradicate African spiritual masters even into the late 20th century, but never destroyed their influence. That's right, motherfucker. Few Westerners are aware of the spectacular religious activity that has been thundering with incalculable exuberance through the hearts of millions of Africans in our just past century. Men and women have been seeing vision after vision, sign after sign, and wonder after wonder. There are national holidays commemorating miracles, not from centuries ago by some old saint whose paint has long since peeled, but within the last few decades and witnessed by thousands of ordinary citizens still walking among us. January 4th, 1959, witnesses attest that many cherubim and seraphim emerged and held off Belgian colonial army. Citizens of Leopoldville saw an army of about 1,000 angels, non-terrestrials, very muscular bodies imposing, it's your ass, Mr. Postman. These human-looking beings, but with supernatural powers, demonstrating an extraordinary force. For example, a witness saw one of them on the road sweeping a 5-ton truck with one hand. Ooh-wee! Belgian soldiers opened fire on these angels. Non-terrestrials? Yeah, non-terrestrials, motherfucker. Angelic beings, but to no effect. Colonial army was in a panic and disorder. Angels disappeared as suddenly as had appeared, according to the African natives that day. Simeon Toko had unleashed his army. Ooh-wee! Big black nigga coming to get you. 4th of January is the day of celebration today in Kinshasa. I think that's how you pronounce it. A year after this extraordinary event, Congo became an independent country, for the Belgians were forced to leave their rich colonies of Congo. Simeon Toko, a reincarnation of Simeon Kimbangu, appeared before people in an apparitional body and in dream states while he was physically alive, and continues to do the same among certain selected people 17 years after his willing natural death. Willing natural death. At least one witness says that he personally killed this man quite professionally as a hired killer and saw him alive again a few days later. Ooh-wee! Others still living at the time of this writing say they saw Toko physically slaughtered and watched him bring himself back to life before their astonished eyes. Big black nigga coming to get you. there's a very large body of testimony, of which only a little has yet been recorded or written down from eyewitnesses. May 13th, 1917, the Lady of Fatima, Portugal, predicted the fall of Russia to communism, the end of the First World War, and the coming of the Second World War. John 23rd, whatever, ordered the third secret sealed up in a vault forever. The third secret of Fatima announces his birth, which occurred 9 months after her initial appearance, and cites biblical passages that make a case that Simeon Toko was Christ returned. Ooh-wee! Big black nigga coming to get you. Simeon Toko is the first among this raft of candidates to stand up to meticulous interpretations of biblical prophecy. Even the famous "like lightning from east to west" line thought to mean that Christ appears somehow in a perpetual abstract is covered by the Tokiist. The appearance of the Virgin at Fatima was preceded by lightning, flashing east to west every time. God damn! During the night of December 31st to January 1st, 1984, when the media announced the death of Simeon Toko, thunderclaps of virtually seismic force and torrential rain burst the skies of Luanda. It had not rained in this area for several years. Meteorologists were mystified. For 3 days, the rain fell continuously. The occurrence of this event was attributed to all the rumors surrounding the death of this great prophet. Simeon Toko was born on February 24th, 1918, in a northern village in Angola. Not long after Simeon's birth, a missionary at a Baptist missionary society based in Angola had a dream. He dreamed that a great king had been born in the region under his ministry. He decided to go looking for this baby. In 1949, Simeon Toko asked in his public prayer that the Holy Spirit manifest in Africa to put an end to the abuses of the colonial powers. Toko became a dedicated member of the Baptist Church in Itaga. I guess that's how you pronounce it. He formed the singing choir of 12 people. Instantly, this choir became famous, and from 12 members, it grew into hundreds. At each of the choir performances, whether at their church or while visiting another church, the Holy Ghost manifested strongly. On October 22nd, 1949, Simeon Toko started revealing himself. Simeon Toko held up both hands, spread out his fingers, and told the abusive Belgian to count them. He said, "I give 10 years to the Belgians, not one more or less, to leave this country, motherfucker." As for the other mysterious statements made by Simeon Toko, 10 years later, in 1960, the Belgians were obliged to leave their rich colony of Congo. During a stay in Angola in 1994, a testimony of Pastor Adelino Kanhandi was collected, who was a cook at the Kakanda agricultural compound. He saw what happened. When he was under the engine, the foreman, sitting in the driver's seat, started it up, which automatically activated the rotating blades of the seed saw. Simeon Toko's body was instantly severed in several pieces. Then the unbelievable happened. Before Kanhandi and the 2 Portuguese accomplices, the body of Simeon Toko recomposed itself. Simeon Toko stood up. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. DMT. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. For those of you who don't know, I am Yeshua Pandera, PLAYA Lord, Michael. But I also have a new name, Mr. DMT. Yeah, boy. Listen to this shit, niggas. Everything you need to know about DMT, the spirit molecule. DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, whatever, in medical talk, is a hallucinogenic tryptamine drug. Bullshit. Sometimes referred to as Dimitri, whatever. Oh, what's with all these goddamn words? This drug produces effects similar to those of psychedelics, like LSD and magic mushrooms. Other names for it include Fantasia, Businessman's Trip, Businessman's Special, 45-minute psychosis, Spiritual Molecule. DMT is a Schedule I controlled substance in the United States, which means it's illegal to make, buy, possess, or distribute it. Some cities have recently decriminalized it. But it's still illegal under state and federal law. Now, I'm not advocating anybody smoking DMT, but DMT is a natural substance that's within plants, animals, and that includes us. Yeah. DMT is naturally within us. And this is why I, the Player Lord, and many of us are on such a high level. It's because of DMT. And obviously there's a major connection with DMT being released within us, connecting to that third eye, allowing us to see what the hell is really going on in the real world, the spirit world. Now me, I ain't fucking around smoking no DMT. Nope. I am naturally full of DMT based on what I've been doing, especially what I did many years ago, just by meditating and doing some hardcore breathing techniques. Yeah. So I am DMT'd up like a motherfucker. The natural DMT that's within me, I release that shit. And I continue to release that DMT, that natural DMT that's within me, that's within us. So again, I'm not advocating anybody smoking this shit. Me, I'm not fucking around with that shit. I've seen many things, as y'all know, that people see and experience when they smoke DMT. So if I smoke DMT, I'm gone. Y'all will never see me again, because I'm already high, natural high, from the DMT that's already within me, motherfucker. But DMT is illegal, ain't it? Why? Now, the powers that be, y'all know something's illegal when it comes to these type of drugs. Yeah, there's always something to it. You know, like weed. Like I said, weed was illegal for decades. Now all of a sudden they legalizing it, and it's like, what about all them motherfuckers' lives who you fucked up by having weed illegal? You know, now they want to legalize weed. Why? Because everybody's waking up in some way, shape, or form, especially God's people. And we getting angry and they want to calm us down. Now you got DMT, a natural substance that's illegal. And I'm going to tell y'all in a minute, other than what I just said, why it's illegal. Because of course it's about control. DMT is a natural substance that's already within us, and you know they don't like nothing natural. So it's about control. And when your third eye is opened, they lose control over your ass. Now, we've had many people who smoked DMT. And they are, like I said, many of the things that they're seeing is what I'm seeing. My so-called dreams and when my two eyes is open. This includes many of the things that I've shown y'all in my videos. Entities around the moon, demons around the moon, so-called spaceships and angels and so on and so forth, motherships. The third dimension is collapsing and we are moving into the spirit world. The third eye is opening for us all. That includes these wicked motherfuckers. And this is why they freaking the fuck out. The physical reality is fake bullshit. It ain't real. It's the Matrix. The spirit world is opening up. And everybody's third eye is opening. And that DMT is being unleashed through many of us. And this is why we have those of us who see and experience more supernatural things than others. Meditation. Breathing techniques. You will see and experience the real world. Dr. Strange, y'all. Many people who smoke DMT, they will tell you one of the best things that will describe what they saw, what they experienced, is that scene in that movie, Doctor Strange. And if y'all ain't seen that movie, check it out. Now, this motherfucker right here, he was a hardcore, non-believer, non-spiritual idiot. And when he was thrust into the real world, the spirit realm, his experience for him at that moment wasn't good. The visuals, the entities, gnomes, elves. People are experiencing things on these DMT trips, seeing things to the point where they are telling you when they come back, they like, hey, that shit that they experience is more real than this shit that we living in right now. I told you niggas. We live in the Matrix. This physical reality is bullshit. I've had many DMT trips without smoking DMT because I know how to unleash that natural substance that's within me. And this is why I'm able to prophesy the way I have over the years. This is why I know what I know. I've been thrust into the spirit world, into the spirit realm as well, but I'm not a non-believer. So none of this shit has freaked me out on the level that it would do someone who's a non-believer. One of the so-called dreams, visions that I've had, I was basically flowing through space, very similar to the experience that Doctor Strange had in that movie. But I was in control. And obviously one of the main reasons I was in control, unlike Doctor Strange in that movie, is because I'm not a non-believer. And the spirit world, the spirit realm, in the process of being released into our lives, is freaking out these wicked people. Because, hey, like I said, the real world, the spirit world, that's hell for them. This fake reality, this physical reality, this non-spiritual shit, this is their heaven. In the real world, for them, it's hell. For us, heaven. Shut. But to smoke DMT is illegal. Why? Again, it's about control. Control over the people. Control over you. Control over your lives. The enemy wants your soul. And one of the biggest problems with DMT from the perspective of the enemy is that there's a good percentage of people who smoke DMT and they were atheists. But when they smoked DMT and they saw what they saw and they experienced what they experienced, these atheists were no longer atheists.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to expose the vampire connection and alien connection to the Vatican, to the Pope, and to the end times of the Bible that is getting ready to come across the world. We are nearing the time of World War III and even the time when the abyss of hell is opened, which has been associated to what is called the Large CERN Hadron Collider. We're nearing this time of the fifth trumpet. Many say this might be associated with Donald Trump and Obama because of Donald Trump's tower and big building in New York being on 5th Avenue. And this is when they get the key to open the abyss. And then Abaddon and Apollyon rise up. And this vampire situation comes across the earth as these locusts. See this here? This has been shown over and over and over again. Dracula, see him? Vlad the Impaler. Batman versus the Son of God, Superman. And all of the world wants to go with the Batman. That's what it keeps showing. It was shown in the movie I Am Legend. Right here is your Batman coming. And he releases a plague upon the whole earth that turns everybody into vampires. That's what he does right there. May God have mercy on us all. So let's head over to Area 51 and show that this is real. This is Area 51 in the Nevada desert. See 5-1, the fifth angel, the key to open the abyss, the big V. The 5 is the big V, even like the vampires. This is where the alien UFO fell in 1947, the same time that Israel was brought back as a nation. Right here, in this area right here, mapped out, you can literally see that they are blending the alien Dracula character with humanity. See this here? This is called a clown or a clone working for him. And do you see this DNA strip going down and into the person? Because the big alien fallen angel is right here. He looks like the big clown character called It. And he comes to terrorize the world. That's him right in there. See him right here? This cone head. And do you see the DNA strip going right there? And this is what most of our world leaders have been infected with. It's called wormwood. And it goes into them, and they are all as his clones, his drones, all upon the earth. Do you see that right there? See the alien strip coming from the fallen angel, Dracula, Vlad, the Impaler thing? It's all real. Broke Tooth Mountain, the gnashing of teeth in the Bible. Connected all the way back to the Vatican and to Islam and to all religions that have idols, because it's about idolatry. And the big cube of Islam has a lot of worship in it that they all take. Confess with your mouth the Lord is Jesus, Believe in your heart God hath risen him from the dead, and you'll be saved. Hallelujah.
But why are they doing this in the first place? Like, what's the problem?
We were always told, based on the scripture and other things about the rebellion, some people will interpret it differently because of, how, from our human perspective, how we can have an understanding of it. But based on just specifically the Bible, it all started with the rebellion, fallen angels, disconnecting themselves from source, however you want to say it. And because they've disconnected themselves from love, that unity bond, that Christ energy, they literally can't survive without us, because we are the Christ beings, the Messiah race. They literally can't live without us. And they have no choice but to do what they're doing, because this is all based on prophecy and fate. They reached that point of no return a long time ago. And of course, a lot of these so-called humans, they sold out to certain demons, reptilians, fallen angels. The story is a whole lot more complex than any of us consciously know right now. Only thing we know for sure, we are on the winning side, and this thing is going to end sooner than soon.
Now, what do you mean by they can't really live without? Like, do they need to suck all our energy?
Yeah. This is why they call them, they talk about them, the energy vampires. They literally can't live without us. They actually need us to survive. And they've been working on, while at the same time they're trying to destroy us. Just goes to show you how sick they are. But they need us to survive. They really, literally need us to survive. They don't have love. They literally don't have love in their life. They don't have the Christ energy. Most of them, pineal gland is calcified. And like I said, and many of my brothers and sisters know this now, everybody's waking up. That pineal gland, that's your real brain. The pineal gland, that third eye, that's the key to the universe. That's the key to everything. It's like I said before, if you don't, people was talking about, thinking that the third eye is spooky and devilish and all this. And I said that if you don't have a third eye, you can't, when you die, you can't go to heaven or hell. That third eye, your pineal gland or pineal gland, however you want to say it, that's where we get our so-called dreams from. And the chemical is talked about, that chemical DMT, which is a natural substance within us. That the more DMT, the more we go into the spirit realm, the spirit world. We're in the spirit, and we're seeing the real world. People are having these so-called dreams, visions, going to heaven, seeing angels, seeing these angels and all kinds of creatures, all kinds of worlds, different realities. What I and my brothers and sisters have been talking about the last number of years, this ain't nothing new. It's just that we all are in this process of waking up now. It's an explosion of knowledge right now. It's go time.
Yeah, like
it's go time.
yeah. Like check this out. This morning, I had a dream that I was in the bed, and I was completely aware of what's going on with me. I was in the bed, but then I lifted my arms up across the bed, and then a whole bunch of baby roach, and they were making so much noise. These baby roach were just coming out of my hands like I was sprinkling across the floor
you said,
next to my bed.
You said baby roach?
Yeah, baby roaches.
Roaches, okay.
Coming out of my coming out of my hands, and I was just thinking them all across my bed floor. And I told my mother about it. She said I'm going crazy. Like, what's up with that? Baby roaches coming out of my hands. What that supposed to be?
A lot of times things like that will just be some type of spiritual attack in some way, shape, or form. It ain't always a negative thing for God's people when we experience these type of things. It's just part of our awakening, and it's unfortunate that we have to experience everything. And this is what a lot of so-called Christians are finding out the hard way. God's people, especially those of us who are the true leaders, the Messiah race, we have to experience the good and the bad, mostly the bad. This is how we know what the enemy is doing, what they up to. You know, me having these dreams, so-called dreams, I've been all over the place. I've been in the White House. I've been off-world. I've seen animals that supposedly don't exist. We live in the third dimension right now, this physical reality. I've been in the fifth dimension. You know, the fourth dimension is our so-called dreams. You know, this is nothing new to the old souls. And an old soul is somebody who incarnates here in this reality and is already at a high level. You're not fully awake, obviously, because we're here, but you're more awake and aware, got more knowledge and understanding and wisdom than the so-called average person, because that's just who we are. It's not about bragging or anything like that. You know, this is why, like I said so many times, this is why people are freaking out now, because they realize, yeah, we weren't just trying to entertain people, talking about us being gods, kings, queens, and all this. Man, you niggas thought I was play pimping. You niggas thought I was play pimping. You niggas thought I was play pimping. And I ain't even a pimp. But I don't be play pimping. You niggas think I be play pimping. I'm gonna put some links in my description box of this video. A couple of videos from my brothers who's talking about DMT. And links to my other 2 YouTube channels for those of you who don't know about them. 144,000 and the next level. And hey, that's it. What more can I say? If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard it's gonna be a blood moon this month. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. I am Yeshua Pandera. Shut up, kitty cats. I'm out of here, niggas. Peace.